It's okay. It's coming back to me. I know I got a Deebo&Joe in here. Hold on. If I can't find it, I'll just throw something up there. I'll throw a picture of Shador Sanders up there if I can't find it. If I can't find it, I know I got it. Well, ain't no worries. Let's just go ahead and bring up our nephew. Let's go ahead and bring up our nephew. Not no Jerry Jeudy. We definitely gonna talk about Jerry Jeudy. I like this picture. I like this picture here. All right, come on with it. Come on with it, Deebo&Joe. Courtesy of Deebo&Joe. Let me go ahead and turn on this music so y'all can hear what Todd Monken had to implement.
Drives to how you like to start, Joe. You don't want to answer. Hey, Joe, how do you? Man, I think we have two good quarterbacks, and we're in the battle.
It's coming. It's coming. That's not it.
Would you like to start, Joe? They perform. It's a quarterback competition. Overtime to fix. I'm going to keep answering your question like exactly. The biggest difference between him and his. Yes,
here we go.
They said Todd Monken is working to overtime to fix one of Kevin Stefanski's worst mistakes. They said the biggest difference between him and his predecessors became even more obvious in the OTAs when the Browns guard, Zion Johnson, said Monken has installed a zero-tolerance policy with penalties. He said he really emphasized that if we have a penalty out there, we're reloading the play. If they're false starting, you're coming out. So it really forces accountability onto you, where it's like, okay, I'm coming out today. I got to get locked in to the snap count, my technique, so that I have nothing, so that I'm not having any penalties in practice. Joe.
Yes.
They saying this man wasn't, they saying your boy over there, he was just letting them do what they wanted to do.
It's Kevin Stefanski.
You know, their ratings, what is it, 20 from 20 to 25? Them boys is 25, 20, no, 24, 19, 28, 22, and it was 12 last year. But goodness, it was that bad in penalties, Joe? Y'all was that bad in penalties, Joe? What y'all?
Now, we see them games last year off the O-line jumping off sides, defensive line jumping off sides, everybody doing stuff wrong. That's what they talking about. Well, come to find out, Kevin Stefanski never implemented some type of, penalty policy regarding this. If you jump off line, you have to pay a penalty or do certain things in practice, or you pay a fine. You know how teams do that. They saying that they are happy. The team is happy that Todd Monken has came in and implemented something basic like this. I told y'all Kevin Stefanski was not a head coach. He didn't know nothing, have no decent leadership skills. We already know this. We know this. But I didn't think it was this bad here. Let's go ahead and let them finish talking.
What you got going over there? What was Stefanski doing, man?
I don't know. I don't want to speak on the Stefanski, but this is a discipline thing. And I'm loving it with the coach. You got to start at practice. You have to start with the snap counts. You got to start all that jumping off sides. All the little things equate to big things. You know what I'm saying? They kill drives. They're real. So the coach holding them accountable, it doesn't matter who you are. And that's just something in practice where you should never jump off sides. You should never go off sides. You should always know the snap count. That should be an asset to the offense. They should be able to go out there and be able to use hard count. So discipline, just starting off behind the line, being everywhere on time. I think that's a real big thing. And it's just accountability. People need to be where they're supposed to at the right times and just discipline. So coach doing that, I love it.
So let me tell you something right here. This just came to my mind. That's why I had to pause it here. So you already know if Todd Monken is already putting this in place for his O-line and D-line and for anyone else, I'm going to say all players, just imagine the conversations he's having with Jerry Jeudy behind the scenes. If he's holding the O-line and the D-line responsible for jumping off sides, just imagine the conversations he's having with Jerry Jeudy on that sideline. Jerry, you dropped this ball one more time. Jerry, you dropped this ball in the game. This the fine. Jerry, do you have an issue with being accountable? Jerry, you getting paid too. Jerry Jeudy may be one of the highest. If I'm not mistaken, Jerry Jeudy could be maybe, if not the second, the third. He's definitely in the top 10 in terms of salary this year. Jerry Jeudy, hold on, let me go ahead and bring him to the stage real quick. I want to go ahead and bring Jerry Jeudy to the stage. Because we're talking about him right now. We're talking about him. We definitely talking about him, okay? Can you imagine the conversation once again? We already heard that Todd Monken is coming in and he's established some type of accountability policies and procedures. Jerry Jeudy, I already played that clip. You already know that clip, that famous clip regarding Stephen Smith, right? Stephen Smith already said years ago, 3 years ago now, almost to the day or in that season, that Jerry Jeudy at best was a tier 3 wide receiver. And I forgot about that until I dropped a video for the members only behind the scenes. And members only, you gotta go. I'm showing you love this weekend. I dropped a video. You heard it from Steve Smith's mouth. He said it back then. He said, at best, you are a top 3. Matter of fact, I don't want to mess it up because I'm getting too excited. Let me just go ahead and play this. Members only. Don't get frustrated. I'm only going to play that 30-second clip from Steve Smith. On one, I got it right here. Because, hey, the writing is already on the wall. We already know that Jerry Jeudy should be 3, 4 on the bench, 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It don't matter. Let me go ahead here. Now listen to this right here. Here we go.
Yes, I'm using the word ninja. I'm just using the word ninja. I don't mess with you. And it was a curse word. So I was like, all right. And then he repeated it. So I'll say it again. I'm sorry that I said you were a jag, just a guy who's an average wide receiver they use a first round pick on that isn't doing anything. I hope today that you actually show up in a way that you haven't showed up in the last couple of years since they drafted you. So if you ever got a problem with Agent 89, I'm sorry for saying that you're an average wide receiver that they eventually will move on. And when teams call me and ask it, should they trade for you? I will say no. Don't trade for Jerry Jeudy because he's mentally unable to handle destructive criticism from people who watch specifically. Can he be a wide receiver? He can be a wide receiver. He's a tier 3. Go back into the studio. I'm done now. Thank you.
Well, y'all heard that right there. And I'm pretty sure y'all know that clip that came from Stephen Smith. Let me come back to the stage. But I've been declaring Jerry Jeudy a wide receiver 3 last year. Let me go back to the chats. Tony, did you see Deebo&Joe talking about Monken should be better with the media? Hey, that's the same one. That's the same clip I just played. They talked about that in the beginning of that same clip. If y'all want to know what Gemini and I was talking about, the video is from Deebo&Joe. It came out, I think, today. Todd Monken making major. Let me click on it real quick. This right here is the title of it. Todd Monken making major mistake dealing with the Browns media. Listen, I had already softly called out Todd Monken in January, February, March, April, and May. Even this month. Just go ahead and say something. But hey, it seemed like Joe and Deebo had to went back and watched some of my old content, and they basically saying the same thing. Just say something. If not, you're going to be dealing with the media. And do y'all know in this clip right here? Oh, let me play this right here. Guess what station got mad at Todd Monken for blowing off the media? You mean to tell me that the Cleveland Browns is sensitive? Because Todd Monken is not giving them the answer. If y'all don't believe me, here you go. Deebo&Joe, fair use. Let's go ahead. Y'all ain't gonna believe what channel is upset with Todd Monken.
Hey, man, he tired of the questions, man. 92.3, I guess the fan, Anthony, is edge as the team.
Rewind. Listen. Here is the channel, podcaster channel, that is upset with Todd Monken on his treatment towards the Cleveland Brown media. Listen.
Team progresses through OTAs. Joe, Monken said, he said, yeah, nothing's really changed other than it's a different day and y'all firing the same questions. Hey, man, he tired of the questions, man. The 92.3, I guess the fan, Anthony Lima, took issue with the response from Monken. He said they're clipping the Cleveland media members all asking about the quarterback every time. And then Todd Monken goes, well, it hasn't changed. And they're like, oh, another Cleveland reporter gets humiliated by Monken.
Wow.
Like, we're going to ask you every day who's in the league.
And that's a quote he's reading. You mean to tell me that Anthony Lima is saying that Todd Monken is humiliating his media buddies? But what has the Cleveland media been doing to players like Shedeur Sanders for over a year? So you mean to tell me, just like the NFL is upset with the Brian Flores case, the Cleveland Browns media is upset with Todd Monken, the way that he's handling the media and putting them in their place. And now he's saying that Todd Monken, Anthony Lyman for 92.3, is humiliating the Cleveland Browns? Oh, so it's good for the goose, but not good for the gander? We ain't playing that no more. See, a lot of people, if you don't know, Todd Monken has been part of the Cleveland Brown coaching staff in I think 2019 and 2020, right? So he's already familiar with the Cleveland media that tore him apart when he was the head coach under Freddie Kitchens. So with Todd Monken, which when he got offered that job, he was happy he was offered that job, but he said, you know what, this is the big payback. I remember when probably you, Mary Kay, Tony Grossi, whoever else, they was ripping Todd Monken apart. And see, they upset now that Todd Monken came in with the big boy shoes, the one in charge, and they can't get nothing. They must have forgot how they treated Todd Monken years ago. Now Todd Monken is exercising that authority and power, and they can't take it. Anthony Lima, you definitely need to watch your words. Humiliation? Are you serious? Do y'all know what y'all did to Shedeur Sanders? And the Cleveland media is sensitive and insecure. Man, let me go on back to the chats. These people crazy. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Thank you so much. Them people crazy. Anthony Lima, you need to... Did y'all hear that right there? They was reading Anthony Lima's quotes that Todd Monken was humiliating the Cleveland media because he wouldn't answer their question the way that they wanted answered. As a head coach, I don't have to tell you nothing. I don't have to tell you nothing. That's why Andrew Berry is doing his job as executive president of football operations and the GM. That's why Jimmy Haslam, he better be up there doing everything right this year. Todd Monken is handling business on the ground, and they can't stand it. You know why? Because they ain't used to it. Kevin Stefanski let them get away with murder 6 to 7 years, and they thought Todd Monken was going to bow down and do the same thing. I said not. What's up, Destin? Michael Irvin said, JD is going to lose the locker room. Jaxson already is, because the excuse, I saw that. Come on with it. Excuse the word due to the word because cultural surroundings until he brought politics into the... Listen, even if Jaxson Dart didn't bring the political forefront into the locker room in public, I still don't like the fact that he's able to use that word. I don't even like it when I hear my own use that word. But my thing with the media, all these other channels, they talking about the picture with the president. They ain't talking about the using of the word. No. We're not gonna forget that part. We're not gonna forget part 2 of the story. So that's part 2 of the story. Let's keep going. He was playing players to mess up. He was paying players to mess up and deliberate something. We know that. I can't wait. I know the flipping, the flopping. Do I still got that? Do I still got the video over here? I must have just deleted it. I showed the investors and the viewers. Nobody will never forget them O-line flopping like that. Nobody can't never forget the O-line flopping like that. No, I made room, so I removed that. But we ain't forgot about Big Baby Cam Robinson, Corlin, and whoever was just flopping like that. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. Never. Tony, you mean Tinker Bell? I wasn't gonna bring that word over here because that was members only chats. But since you brought it up here, yeah, I mean Tinkerbell. Jerry Jeudy Tinkerbell. Yes. Hey, Browns fan, what's up, too, man? Hey, what you doing? Jaxson Dart gonna think he was Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, Justin. Yeah, he's gonna get so hard he's thinking Cam Robinson is blocking for him. You're right. Now I know why you were laughing, Gemini. Jeudy doesn't put in the work out. Listen, once again, if Todd Monken has put in accountability policies for the O-line and the D-line, you don't think he got accountability policies and procedures for wide receivers, hint, Jerry Jeudy from dropping that ball in practice and in the game? It should be some fines. Now, hey, if the ball is overthrown and whatever, okay, you couldn't get to, that's one thing. But when Shador Sanders throw it to your chest and hit you right where it needs to be, and then you get the ball back to the other player, if you drop it intended, you should be fined. I know Todd Monken got something like that in place. But the Cleveland Brown media ain't talking about that. They ain't even talking about the other 13 wide receivers besides Casey Concepcion and Denzel Boston. What about the other 11 wide receivers? Y'all know I called them out 2 weeks ago. Jeudy doesn't put in the work to get better at his craft catching the hands. He focused on junking and is very lazy. And the Cleveland Brown media is lazy too. That's why they would rather have a four. Oh Lord. That's why they would rather have a quarterback competition chart of 4 players only versus go ahead and have a wide receiver chart. That'll be more content, more to talk about, more analysis, but they too lazy because they would rather study and make up lives for 4 players versus 14 players. That's where the money is, the wide receivers. That's why they went what? We went O-line, wide receiver. That was the draft order picks. Fano, number 9. Casey Concepcion, number 24. Denzel Boston, number 39, number 33, number 32. He was something up there. Why are they talking about 14 wide receivers? That's why they lazy. The Cleveland media is lazy too. And that's why another thing, Buster, they don't want to get off the Shador Sanders topic. They don't want to go ahead and do no work. They don't want to go pull up PFF comparisons like we did before the draft, after the draft, looking at the combine. They could listen. If the Cleveland Browns, if they really want to get some traction, every 14 wide every day, they can highlight one wide receiver that's on their team, do the homework, do the PFF, do some highlights, talk about them, interview them, say, hey, Todd, these are the 2 wide receivers we want to talk about today. We want to ask them some questions if they new to the team, if they was drafted or undrafted free agent. Let's talk to them. Let's go ahead and get the Cleveland Browns community familiar with all the wide receivers because you got 14 wide receivers. They need to be asking Todd Monken, how are you going to evaluate 14 wide receivers? What is your plan? What is your metrics? What are you going to be using? Okay, how are you going to, differentiate between this wide receiver, and why so many? How many do you plan on keeping? This is the stuff you're supposed to be talking about, Cleveland media, but I'm not going to do this job for you. If you want to be lazy and just report on really 2 quarterbacks and a half, because Dylan Gabriel ain't it, but you know what I'm saying. But come on. But nah, they too lazy. They ain't going to do that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. It's been 2 days. I miss y'all, so I'm talking a lot. I'm talking, okay? I'm talking. That's exactly what he is, a jag. What's up, Lady PC 6767? What's up, 420? 420 still laughing in here. Yes, too, man. Jerry is lazy. If the ball doesn't come directly, but the ball comes directly to him. Let me go black. Let me go radio style because I don't want to show my face. The ball comes straight to Jerry Jeudy and he still drops it. You can't get no straighter than Shador Sanders' arm talent going straight to his chest and he still drops it. Oh, gosh. The ball comes straight to Jerry. You can't get no accurate than Shador Sanders' accuracy. The ball comes straight to him. And he don't want to move to go forward to catch it. And if somebody does interception, you mean to tell me you can't stop the player from catching it, hit his arms, hit his legs? It's not basketball. You're not going to get a foul for hitting his legs. Oh, my. Oh, yeah, you just tricked me, Gemini. Now I know I'm going to use that button often to go black, okay? Okay, I'm good now. I love the way Todd Monken handled that Cleveland media. Yes, that's how you do it. Watch the whole thing. They were critical But Todd Monken is solid and doesn't care. He don't care. And he definitely don't care for Anthony Lima. Y'all, if y'all forgot, that is the same channel where Todd Monken went, I think, before after the draft. And they the one that asked him, how did you feel about Shiloh and what he put and what he put online about the sandwich? Todd Monken said, I don't care. He said, I just view it as a man expressing his opinion online. Anthony Lima said, "Who do I need to play it again? Hold on, y'all. I think I need to play that again. Hold on. Let's go ahead. I ain't playing over here with them people. Let me go ahead, y'all. Let me go ahead. I got it right here. Is this the one? Here go one. Anytime you see anything from them, if it don't come from Todd Monken or any player off the podium this week, just says all lies. Just all lies. Even Todd Monken and Andrew Berry had said one thing the very next day or the same day they twist it and make a certain totally different hit. It's just all lies. All lies. All lies. They don't know nothing. But his main quarterback ready to play when the season starts. He would pick the best quarterback. Yes. Be what may. I like that. Be what may. Come on. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. You know what, Justine? I sure had read them. I flipped them left. I'm about to say something. He shut him down. He said, hold up. I'll let you all talk. I'm not going to say what I need to say. Kevin was feeding them line. Oh, that's what Earl the Pearl said? Well, salute. That's once again, salute Earl the Pearl. If you're talking about Earl the Pearl. I honestly wish they already traded Jerry Jeudy. Me too. I tried to make Todd too, man. I tried to make that trade to Kevin Stefanski in February, and he did not respond to my request. I'm so serious with you. They didn't want the package there. I even threw in Joe Bitionio. Kevin Stefanski did not respond to my inquiry. Okay. I would honestly wish they would trade Jeudy, Dillion, and Thrash to anybody for either a linebacker, corner, or draft pick to make room for new blood. Listen, now I haven't looked up Jerry Jeudy's guaranteed money, but Dillion Gabriel has already received his whole entire guaranteed contract amount. So they can cut Dillion Gabriel any day of the week. We did our homework. And Thrash, I never even looked up whatever his contract was. That's right, Justine. I agree with you. It totally irritates me also when my own people uses the N-word. Right. They will never forget the history of it. Right, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't even understand why we use it like that. I don't care if it's the ER or the A. It's the same thing. I don't care if it's the ER or the A. It's the same thing, the same connotation. Whoever came up with that, it had to be somebody up in the high up in there to say, hey, that's members only. I ain't gonna say nothing. But it had to be way up high.